Shabbat Shalom and welcome to Thought for Shabbat. This week's Torah portion is one with great drama, in which the Israelite people, the leadership, is told to go spy the land, the promised land, and to come back and report to Moses what they found. These 12 leaders, 10 of them go and come back and say, Moses, this place is flowing with milk and honey, but there's giants there. There are people there who just will overtake us. We cannot do this. We are just done. We shouldn't do it. And two come back, one named Joshua, the other named Caleb, and they both say, it's tough, but we can do it. We have chazak ve'amatz, we have strength, and we have courage. We are resolved to do this. The question is, these 12 spies, the 10 and the 2, all saw the same thing, but they registered it differently in their own minds. In the world of psychology, there's something called narrative therapy. And narrative therapy is about the idea of writing your own narrative. You have a set of facts, and then you decide what story you tell yourself about those facts. An incident happens, and you can be a victim of that incident. You can be a survivor of that incident. You could be both. You could be an observer. And these 12 spies went out there and they saw themselves as grasshoppers. That's what the Torah says, compared to these giants. It's the self-perception, the story they tell themselves. And the other two, they might have had fear, but they told themselves a different story. And I just wonder aloud with all of you this day, what stories we tell ourselves about our own abilities, about the experiences we have, about that which we want to portray to others, but more importantly, what we feel within inside ourselves about our own life circumstances. You remember when your parents said, oh, you can do anything you want. There's nothing you can't do. Well, in some ways, that was a false statement because there are limits. There are circumstances of our lives that prevent us from being all that we can be all the time, but not as much as we think. Much of what keeps us away from reaching our full potential is us and the story we tell ourselves about what we can and cannot do. Many, many more people fear success rather than failure. And that is to suggest once they have the success, they say to themselves, what am I going to do with it? Or on the failure side, I don't have the ability to do it. But then oftentimes when one puts their head to something, when one really concentrates, when one puts in the effort, at the very least, they can say they gave it their best shot. And at the very most, they will achieve their goal. So today, this story reminds us to be mindful of the stories we tell ourselves, to make the narrative of our lives that which we want it to be in the most positive, thoughtful, respectful ways to ourselves. Let our expectations be reasonable, but let them push us a little bit. And so I wish all of you chazak ve'amatz, strength and courage as you write the narratives of your own lives. Please join us tonight at 7 o'clock for a special service. Shabbat, of course, will be able to offer a blessing to Rabbi DePaulo and David Bernstein's new baby boy, Joel. And in addition, we'll honor our board of trustees for their service during this past year. Shabbat Shalom. Have a great, great weekend. Be well, be safe, stay healthy.